The digital business environment has changed a lot over the past 2 years. We live in a time where we have so many opportunities to make money from the comfort of our homes. Work from home, remote jobs, freelancing, digital business, all of these are pretty standard right now. There are a lot of people interested in making money by freelancing, but a majority of the people who started freelancing were unable to find success in terms of the money they made with it. In my opinion, there are mainly three factors that determine the success of every freelancing business, and that is what we are going to discuss in this video. If you are someone interested in making money by freelancing, I'm sure that this video will be really helpful for you. Hi, my name is Sian. I'm a digital business owner who started my career as a freelancer back in 2017, and in this video, I would like to share three key factors that every freelancing beginner should know about and focus on to achieve success. After watching this video, how you approach freelancing will be completely different. I'm also including a free printable PDF in the description box so that you can use the points we discuss in this video in a really effective way. First of all, let's look into the trend happening in the world of freelancing. Over the past 2 years, many businesses realized the advantage of hiring freelancers and outsourcing projects. Most small and mid-sized businesses were able to save a lot of money and time effectively by choosing a freelancer to do the job over a full-time regular employee. This trend is getting stronger and stronger, so there's a strong rise in demand for the freelancers. And when we think from the perspective of a freelancer, the lifestyle and income of freelancing professionals are much more promising than a traditional 9-to-5 job. Undoubtedly, we can tell that more and more companies will be searching for freelancers. At the same time, the number of people choosing freelancing as a career will be also high. So, if you are just starting out your career as a freelancer, to assure your success, it is essential to understand and focus on just three key factors that we are going to discuss now. So let's get into our first key point that determines the success of freelancing, that is what you are selling or what you are freelancing. There are a lot of good resources out there explaining different skills or services you can choose for freelancing. Whatever be the skills or service you opt to freelance, it is so much important to check the following 3 points about it. Number one, your knowledge and skill level about the service you are freelancing. If your skill level is good, then perfect. But if you are not skilled in the service you opt to freelance, then you should ask whether you would be able to learn and master that skill. If you are passionate and dedicated, you can move forward. Otherwise, think about choosing a different one you can learn and master. The second thing to ask while choosing a service to freelance is to look for its market demand. This means the service you choose to freelance should be something that people or business are ready to pay for. Another important thing to check while choosing a service to freelance is to identify the risk involved in selling and fulfilling the work, which means the skill you choose must be something that can be sold, fulfilled, and get paid without that much of complication. That's why most people choose digital skills for freelancing, as it can be sold to any part of the world without that much of complications. One thing you need to remember here is that the amount of money you could make with freelancing mainly depends on the skills or service you sell. If you are selling a service that doesn't require that much of time to master or that much of effort to master, the number of people learning it and freelancing it would be higher. Even though there is a good demand for the service you offer, if there are a lot of people available to fulfill that service, then the amount of money you can make is probably less. At the same time, if the skill you choose is not an easy to master one, then the number of people learning it and mastering it will be less, and the number of freelancers available will be less, and the money you could make will be much higher. That's why the skills such as Canva designing, article writing, etc. are not paid well. At the same time, the skills like coding, business development, digital marketing, etc. get paid well. I hope you understood the importance of choosing the right skills to sell. If so, let's get into the second key factor that determines the success of freelancing, that is generating leads. No matter how skilled you are in the service you offer, what if you are not getting any leads for it? If you are unfamiliar with the term lead, don't worry, a lead is a person or a business interested in buying the service you freelance. Lead generation is a really important thing. To be successful in freelancing, you should be able to get in touch with people or business who could buy the service you sell. Here is where a good website, social media profile, portfolios, referrals, marketplaces like Fiverr, Upwork, and everything comes into action. As a freelancer, you need to sell your gig to make money. For selling, you need to get in touch with people who want to buy that gig. Again, These people are what we call leads, and to get that leads, we can choose different ways. For example, suppose you list your gig or profile in a marketplace like Fiverr. In that case, depending upon the quality and review of your profile, you will start receiving inquiries. That is a lead. Also, you can use website, social media, referrals, all of these ways to generate leads. But the question is, when you are just starting out, what channel you should choose for generating leads? In my opinion, you should start with an outbound lead generation strategy. This is how you could do it. Depending upon the skill or service you are selling, create a list of people or business who may need the service you sell. You can make this list and collect their contact details by referring to Google My Business, Instagram, Facebook, various business directories, LinkedIn, and a lot of other resources. Once you have that list, start reaching them. You can try to reach them through emails, phone calls, social DMs, and start pitching. Remember, when you first reach out to an unknown person, your goal is not to sell. The goal is to initiate a good conversation and understand whether that lead can be a potential customer. This is the step where most people fail. But note this down: without generating leads, you won't be able to sell, fulfill, and get paid. When you are just starting out, it might not be easier for you to pick up the right channel for getting leads. So what you have to do is to test out different channels, including both inbound and outbound strategies. Find the most effective one and then scale it up. Now, the third and most important factor that determines the success of freelancing is closing or selling. Without sales, you cannot survive. The question is how you can sell effectively. When selling a freelance service, there is a typical sales pipeline involved in most cases. For instance, consider you are a freelance logo designer and you got an inquiry from a restaurant owner who wants to redesign his restaurant's logo. What all stages are included in taking that lead to a customer? This could be an ideal pipeline. It can have a discovery phase, a sales call, proposal, follow-up, and closing. A discovery phase is a phase where you make effective conversation with the lead to understand their requirements and budget. It can be done through a phone call, email, direct meeting, DM, or whatever. Suppose this lead is a qualified one, which means they have the potential to be a good customer of you. In that case, you should take them to the next stage of pipeline, that is sales call. Here, you should propose different packages, pricing, a timeline of the project, and all the stuff. In this stage, your job is to make the lead confident about you and trust you in fulfilling his project. If the lead is confident about you in fulfilling his work, then it will make a big positive impact in his buying decision. Right after the sales call, the next step is to send a proposal. It should include the pricing, timeline, and all the details that you discussed in the sales call. And this can be done through simple text messages, email, or you can use proposal sending services like PandaDoc. Once you send the proposal, it's your job to follow up the lead and make them accept the proposal, make the advance payment, and become a client. This workflow may seem very simple to most of you, but each and every step in this workflow is much crucial in becoming a successful freelancer. If you are not good at selling, you should focus on mastering it. Otherwise, you will lose a lot of good projects. So these are the 3 key factors every freelancer should know about and focus on, especially in the beginning stage. To get more value from this video, you can download the free PDF in the description box and fill it out to get more clarity about the points we discussed. To summarize, all you have to do is very simple. Pick a good skill or service to freelance, start generating leads, advance that lead through the sales pipeline, close the deal, fulfill, and get paid. If you watched this video until now, it means you could have gotten some value from this video. If so, please hit the like button, and for future updates from this channel, make sure you subscribe and the notifications are turned on. If you are interested in participating in workshops and events related to freelancing, please join businessclub.ltd as a cadet member using the link in the description box. The membership is completely free. For more resources related to freelancing, check out the other links in the description box. If you have some suggestions or doubts regarding the topic, please let me know in the comments. For now, signing off. Until next time,